Hey everybody, Sarah here. I am a nutrition graduate student at the National University of Natural Medicine, and you are in my kitchen, so welcome. Today I'm going to be teaching you a new cutting technique called chiffonade, and it's when we're going to make small ribbon-like cuts to put in a salad, to throw in Easter baskets, you name it. Okay. The technique is called chiffonade, and in French it means made of rags. And if you thought that I was going to connect the dots between made of rags and chiffonade and ribbon-like cuts, you are mistaken, because I really don't understand how made of rags and cutting into ribbons actually correlate. However, you just learned a really fun fact. So despite the intimidation factor associated with kale, it's actually one of the most nutritious dark leafy greens out there. It is packed with antioxidants such as vitamin C. It's an inflammation fighting machine. It's high in vitamin B6, manganese, copper, iron, fiber, you name it. It's got a lot going on right here.
And it's got over 400% of our daily value of vitamin K.
And that's my roommate. With all this said, it's time to start learning how to do the chiffonade. So first steps, I'm gonna wash this head of kale and I'll be back in just a minute. Great, so now we're back. And after you've washed it, you wanna make sure your kale is dry so we can start our process. So before we actually start cutting, we're gonna take some of the stems off. As you can see, and you probably know this already, the stems can be pretty tough. So unless you wanna keep it, this is my suggestion. Put your hand on one side, and then take your other hand and kind of rip it all the way down until you've got your stem and you've got your leaf. So I'm gonna do this for 3, because that's how many we're gonna do in our cut. Got 3 going here. 1 more, choose this one. Great. So to do the chiffonade, chiffonading actually cuts down on time. So we're gonna put 3 leaves together and we're gonna start our rolling process. And you wanna do a pretty tight little roll. And this is pretty curly, so it's not gonna be perfect. But you want it to get to a consistency as such, kind of like a cigar. And then you're gonna take your knife, and using proper knife cutting skills, you're gonna make sure, first off, we're gonna start our hands like this, and then we're gonna start cutting in ribbon-like forms, or very small cuts, as such. When your fingers are getting close, let's move them back a little bit. Same here, moving back. Getting to the end. Oop. And voila! We've got some chiffonaded, that might not even be a word, kale. So as you can see, got these nice ribbon-like pieces of kale that are ready to go in our salad, bowl. So one last tip I like to give everybody that eats kale, especially if it's raw, is to massage the kale until it turns a brighter green. And what this does is it breaks up the plant fiber and breaks it down so that it's more easily digestible. So now that we have our kale, I'll continue to massage it, but basically you just need to add some goodness to this salad, some dressing, some nuts, some fruit, maybe a protein, and voila, you'll have a delicious kale salad. Thanks guys for listening in. I hope you've learned something new. And so now I'm gonna continue chiffonading my kale, so I hope you enjoy your new salad.